Kia ora whānau, Gaviscon Gaming here, bringing you Boomkin PvP for patch 7.0, pre-patch for Legion. Today I'm going to show you how to pad meters and deal as much area damage as possible. We'll be focusing on 3 spells particularly, Sunfire, Moonfire and Starfall. And at the very end you can see a video of myself physically getting out there doing some mad AoE IRL. Without further ado, I'll go over the Sunfire, Moonfire and the Starfall. Sunfire. A quick beam of solar light burns enemy for 100% of spell power as nature damage, and then an additional 330% of your spell power as nature damage over 12 seconds to the primary target and all enemies within 5 yards. Great for AoE. Get that up first as soon as you can. Moving on to Moonfire. A quick beam of lunar light burns the enemy for, hey, what do you know, 100% of spell power, arcane damage instead of nature, and then an additional 440% of spell power as arcane damage over 16 seconds. So bearing in mind, Moonfire does 440%, whereas the Sunfire only does 330%, and that's over 16 seconds. That's over 16 seconds compared to the Sunfire's 12 seconds. Moonfire is single target only, whereas Sunfire is AoE. Moving on to Starfall. Starfall calls down waves of falling stars at the targeted area, dealing 9 times 40% of your spell power as astral damage over 8 seconds. Also applies a stellar empowerment to each target, which increases damage taken from your Moonfire and Sunfire by 20%. It stays there only because of the talent that I've chosen, and we'll go over the talent soon. Now on to our fillers for our battleground. We have Solar Wrath and we have Lunar Strike. Solar Wrath to be used with single target. Hurl a ball of solar energy at the target, dealing 1 plus 190% of your spell power as nature damage. Generates 6 astral power. Now Lunar Strike. Lunar Strike to be used by 3 or more people if you can for more AoE pressure. Call down a strike of lunar energy causing 270% of spell power as arcane damage to that target and 48.6% of spell power as arcane damage to all other enemies within 5 yards. Generates 10 astral power compared to Solar Wrath's 6 astral power. Moving on to our pad meter / battleground build for the Boomkin. I've gone with Starlord, Displace the Beast, Restoration, Affinity, Mighty Bash, Soul of the Forest, Shooting Stars, and Stellar Drift. With Starlord, Lunar and Solar Empowerments also reduce the cast time of their effective spells. Therefore, if you have Lunar or Solar Empowerment up, the cast time will be reduced for either Solar Wrath or Starfire. With the 30s, I chose Displace the Beast so I can get away and get that extra bit of boost speed for a little bit. With the 45 talent, I chose Restoration Affinity, heals you for 3% of your maximum health every 5 seconds, and I also gain Rejuve or Regrowth in the Swiftman. Swiftman heals for a ton for just an instant cast, Regrowth heals for a little bit, and Rejuve is always good to have, amazing to keep up at all times, especially if you're getting hit by dots. With the 60s, I chose Mighty Bash, however, I do like to use Typhoon for Eye of the Storm Battlegrounds, so much fun. Mighty Bash invokes Spirit of Ursoc to stun target for 5 seconds. Really good for getting away from warriors when they keep charging you or whatever. 75 talent, chose Soul of the Forest, increases the damage bonus from Lunar and Solar Empowerment by an additional 15%. So as you can see by Soul of the Forest and Starlord, I've got reduced cast time and also increased damage. It also reduces the astral power cost of Starfall by 10 because I'm playing the Starfall build for Battlegrounds. And for the 100 talent, I'm choosing Stellar Drifts. Increases Starfall's radius by 30%, Starfall damage by 20%, and allows you to cast while moving within Starfall's radius. I don't often sit inside Starfall's radius, but if I do end up being inside that radius, then it's really nice to pop a few Lunar Strikes if I'm around, 3 or more people, or otherwise Solar Wraths. If I'm popping Starfall, it normally means that there's at least 3 or more people anyway, so I'm probably just going to be dotting them up and throwing up as many Starfalls as I can anyway. The general rotation is Sunfire everything, make sure Sunfire's on, Moonfire whatever's not been Moonfired yet, and then Starfall the moment you can. And the filler spells, Solar Wrath, and Lunar Strike. Lunar Strike for 2, 3 targets, 3 if you can. Solar Wrath for that, just that one target just to fill up the space in between all the Starfalling and all the dotting. The general rotation is only a few buttons, it's fast paced, easy to pick up, and you can also deal a ton of damage, pad the meters and get to the top if that's the sort of thing you're looking for. If you're looking for a bursty spec, this isn't going to be your thing. That would be like more of an arena build. And if you want me to touch on the burst build or make a guide about that, just feel free to put that down in the comments. I've been doing a ton of battlegrounds lately on my Boomkin, and it doesn't matter whether you win or whether you lose, I'm normally always finding myself either at the top or pretty much near the top, therefore second, third. And the only reason I'm not actually first is normally because either I'm capturing a flag or I'm holding an orb and getting absolutely wasted without healers. But generally I'm normally always topping damage because the amount of dot pressure and AoE damage I'm doing is just insane. To carry on with this motion, what I'll do is I'll post down some screenshots from the other night when I was just spamming battlegrounds, and every single game I got into, game after game, whether I was winning or losing, I was just topping DPS. So I'll throw those screenshots down for you. Feel free to pause and have a look, but otherwise continue watching the video, and at the very end you can enjoy a video of me hopping my mad rotation for battlegrounds IRL. I'm Gaviscon and you've been watching my AoE BG build for padding meters, dealing insane damage. I'll see you again next time. Peace!
See, my eyebrows are black. Have my aunt put it on. Makeup. Yeah, it's not really dyed. The eyebrows aren't. Yeah, like these. I was listening to dubstep before a lot of you were wearing diapers, alright? Which means before you were born!